Hi. So right now we're going to look at the answers for the homework that you had in your writing book. So the first homework was on page, let's get my glasses, sorry, was on page 36, okay? And I will share the screen with you so we can look at the answers together. Well, I can't write on the screen, so all I can do is tell you the answers, and hopefully you did the exercise. Let's share the screen. Why is that there? Okay. I can try to make it bigger, but whenever I do that, I have a problem. So let's just do it like this. We're on page 36, and you can just look down at your books and look at the answers that you put in, okay? So number one is done for you. On the morning of my birthday, you took these words from the green part right here. I'm going to have problems with this book again. Okay. So let's look at number two. The answer for number two is at 9 o'clock a.m. At 9 o'clock a.m. over here. So we have, she made sure that the food, the music, and the flowers would be perfect at 9 o'clock a.m. Number two, she and I went to a beauty salon to have our hair and makeup done. Number three is, after our trip to the salon, we went back home. This is so irritating. Okay. So that was number three. After our trip to the salon, we went back home and I put on the beautiful dress that my parents had bought for me. Number four, several hours before the party, my mother gave me a large bouquet of flowers to carry that evening. And number five, at the beginning of the party, I entered with my father as the orchestra played special music. Number six, next, my father made a speech and I received a lot of gifts. Number seven is the word then. Then everyone had a drink in my honor and my father and I danced a waltz. Number eight, later, I danced with all of the boys at the party and all of the guests stood in a line to congratulate me. I could see that my parents were very proud, so I felt like the most important person in the world. Although my father probably disagrees, the most exciting part of the quinceañera party was when all of the boys stood in a group and I threw my bouquet. The boy that caught the bouquet had to dance with me, and luckily it was Jamie, the most popular boy at school. The answer to number nine was, after that, everyone danced to different kinds of music until the next morning. Number 10, finally, the celebration ended. It was the best party in the world, thanks to my parents. Let's review the answers again, okay? Let's go to number two. Number two, at 9 o'clock a.m. Number three, after our trip to the salon. Number four, several hours before the party. Number five, at the beginning of the party. Number six, next. Number seven, then. Number eight, later. Number nine, after that. Oh, I'm sorry, wait a minute, did I? That's right, after that, I'm sorry. And number 10 is finally. The next homework you had was on page 37, and you had to put all of these sentences together in order to make paragraphs and make the paragraph make sense. Okay, so we have a couple numbers in here. So let's start at the top for group one. Okay, I'm not going to read the sentences. I'm just going to give you the numbers. You're supposed to read them for homework. Starting at the top, 4, and then there's a 2. 1, 5, 8. I'm so sorry. Let me start again because I made a mistake. All right, erase that. I'm starting again. At the top, group 1, 4, 2, 7. This is a 7. 5, 8, 1, 6, 3. I'll do it again, okay? 4, 2, 7. 5, 8, 1, 6, 3. Let's look at the second group. In the second group, we have 8, 6, 5, 1, 3, 4, 2, 7. Okay, I'll go through that again. Group 2 at the top is 8, 6, 5, 1, 3, 4, 2, 7. Okay? So to introduce this paragraph, number 1 was Sarah wanted to get her first credit card. And so the rest of these sentences will tell you what she had to do to get her first credit card. Okay? Oh, my gosh. Why is this so hard? Go back. I wish I could control the pages on this book, but I can't. Okay, group 3. The answers are 6, 3, 4, 9, 7, 5. 5 is the hotel manager, etc. The next one is 1, 8, 2. Let me do that again. Ready? 6, 3, 4, 9, 7, 5, 1, 8, 2. So this was the first one. Number 1, our vacation in Florida last month was almost perfect. And you can see how that introduces you to what the paragraph is all about. Everything in this paragraph, all these sentences have to do with what made the vacation perfect. Okay. Then you had one more exercise to do that was over here. We learned that there are 3 purposes for a narrative paragraph. One is to entertain, which means you want the person who is reading it to feel something. Either they want to feel afraid, they want to be excited, they want to be happy, they want to be sad. Okay. Another reason a narrative paragraph is written is to inform, to give you information about something. And a third reason is to persuade, when you try to get someone to read it and go to your side, your way of thinking about a certain topic. So you needed to read these 3 sentences and decide which one was to persuade, which one was to entertain, and which one was to inform. So the first one, a massive 8.9 magnitude earthquake hit northeastern Japan on March 11, 2011, followed by a 33-foot high tsunami along parts of the country's coastline. Well, this is not to persuade. This sentence is not trying to make you think a certain way, to agree with the writer. It's not really to entertain. So this is giving you information of what happened in Japan on this day, March 11th, 2011. So this, on this line, you should have an I for inform. Number 2, I went through an unforgettable experience when a magnitude 6.9 earthquake hit California. This person is talking about an unforgettable experience that he went through, and he's going to tell you about what happened to him when this earthquake hit California. So it's not informing you about anything. It's not trying to persuade you to think differently, but it is written to entertain you. He's going to tell you his story now about that day. And of course, the last one would have to be a P to persuade. Let's read it. I am a lifelong Californian who strongly believes in the importance of using earthquake-resistant materials to build new houses. Well, when you see that he says, I strongly believe, this is made to persuade because he wants you to believe what he believes. Okay? So number one, oh God. There has got to be a better way to do this. Number one is I, to inform. Number two is E, to entertain. And number three is P, to persuade. Okay, so we did this in class, and a new lesson in this book is actually going to begin here with compound sentences, and I'll have a new video for that, okay, coming up. Thank you, everybody. Let me get it here. Okay, I will see you soon.